Morning, everyone. Welcome to the All Zodiac Signs weekly message. Hi, I'm your girl, Callie Lunt. I'm an intuitive channel medium. So if you want to speak to your crossed over loved ones, booked a personal reading. And I'm a law of attraction expert, helping you manifest all of your wildest dreams. So I want to let you guys know if you're ready to meet your spirit guide, I put together a free meditation to help take you on a journey to the Temple of Masters to do just that. I also put together a free mini manifesting course just to help you become aware of the 5 steps to manifesting so that you can start deliberately co-creating your life. I'll put a link to that in the comments, free gifts, and I'll put a link for personal reads as well. So without further ado, let's get to Capricorn. Capricorn, your messages. Sorry, Capricorns, it's a little funny, man. Quit overcomplicating it. Right now, your life is really, really good. It's happy. You've hit a level of contentment and satisfaction. So quit overcomplicating it. It's like enjoy this new grounded sense of a quiet mind that you have. Just enjoy it. Don't doubt it. Don't question it. And it looks like right now for you, this week is going to be a lot of that clarity. When you have those moments, maybe you feel a little lost, or you're not sure what to do, you're not sure how to view something, you're not sure how your next step or how to get success. But you have those like aha moments, like, oh, that's how to view that. Oh my God, that's what I want. Oh, this is what I've been feeling that I haven't been able to identify. It's going to be a week of like those moments of that clarity. Okay, and so how to get out of that confusion? It's kind of like just embracing that right now that you are at like a little bit of a wandering stage in your life right now, meaning you probably don't have like a lot of commitments or a lot of responsibility, but it's like, how can you embrace that unstableness and just be, I don't have something anchoring me to this like planet right now. I don't have a primary partner, a significant other. I don't have children. It's that thing that anchors you to I have to be successful for them, or you don't have that. So it's like the more that you can kind of like embrace that, the more that you'll be able to like sit down and focus and go, okay, let me get deliberate in what I do want to co-create next. Because Capricorns, you are kind of tired of like wasted energy. It's like you've thoroughly gone, done, and exhausted the single phase of your life. You're like, okay, I have enjoyed freedom to all its fruition. And I'm now ready to feel like my energy is going towards maybe a legacy, maybe towards something longer term standing. All right, Capricorn, give me some comments after the video for that one. Let's move on to Taurus. And Taurus, if you'd like to meet your spirit guide, or if you would like to learn how to manifest, I put together a free meditation to help you meet your spirit guide. I put together a free mini course to teach you the 5 steps of law of attraction. I'll link to that in the comment section, and I'll also link to personal reads because personal readings are open. Okay, so what does Taurus need to hear for this week ahead? Wow. Well, there's this person in your life who, maybe I should show you guys the cards. I've seen those readers who have the cards. They have like 2 cameras. Well, I'm not that fancy. Okay, so you're feeling yourself like come back alive and get passion back in your life. And you're like, ooh, I do want to live good. I do want to live well. And it's like you really want more fun in the career section of your life too. So you're like, I want. This card is like the wish fulfillment card. Look, the love is just flowing, and it's kind of like a fast pace, right? Like it's like a downhill. So it's kind of like there's a little bit of you that's some of the areas of my life, it seems like your money or career aren't where you want it to be yet, which I think is why you're tolerating this fight, aggressive energy in your life. And take tolerate out. Because it's not necessarily tolerating, but it's like, I guess I could handle this, is more probably a better way to word it. But there's a lot going very well in your life. And what's going well into life is that like you're not as afraid as you used to be to step fully into your own. And so there's a little part of you, even I would say that you're at the beginning level of that journey. And I'm not talking to people who say like, I give 0 Fs. Like, no, those people actually give a lot of Fs. They're just being brass and crass. And they don't mind destroying other people's emotions and self-esteem in the process of their, in like their truth. Um, but there's like, you're just starting to crack the shell of, well, this is who I am. This is how I like to give in relationships. Is this how you like to receive? Because I'm just being me right now. And so you're starting that journey. So that's what's to love about it. And that's why I think this little love interest of yours is kind of confusing, Taurus, because it seems like they're a little bit more, they're either aggressive or they're like just kind of stern or harsh. And, you know, like the masculine energy is a little bit more like, no. Whereas females go, oh, that's something I'd love to do. I just, oh, I don't think I'd have enough time to do it this week though, but I'd want to do this for you. Whereas men are just like, no, you know? So they could be aggressive. It could just be like stern. There's a little bit of this thinking though that you can't enjoy life this much with them being this stern. But that's what kind of some of this journey is about, the coming into your own. That's where like, and that's step 4, law of attraction. Step 1, you do the ask. Step 2, the universe delivers. Step 3, you receive the end thing that you want or the next step along the way to get there. Step 4 is when you're so good at manifesting that life is ask, receive, ask, receive. And it's also the step where you're more calibrated to your point of attraction, what you want, than other people's energy. Step 5 is where you experience vibrational contrast. How do you navigate it so that you still receive your manifestation? So there's just a part of you that's like, well, if they're that aggressive and they kill my vibes, I can't enjoy life as much. But that's the mastery of step 4. I'm enjoying today. Well, I'm bummed they're not enjoying today. Or I'm bummed that there's a difference between someone who intentionally wants to bring your vibes down because they don't want you vibrating higher than them. That's not this person. This person is just, nope, this is how I live life. This is the vibe I'm at. So it's really up to you, Taurus. But it's just know that the person's not intentionally trying to ruin your vibes. This is you mastering step 4, law of attraction. All right, let's go on to Virgo. What does Virgo need to feel this week? And Virgo, if you are ready to meet your spirit guide or master the law of attraction, I put together a meditation to help you meet your spirit guide. And I also put together a free mini course to help you master manifesting. The link to that will be in the comments. And I am available for personal reading, so I put a link to that as well. But what does Virgo need to hear this week? Well, you're going through rapid change, Virgo. Yeah, you got a lot of like fast moving energy cards. Okay, I'm going to word it this way, but let me like stumble through it a little bit. So your life kind of used to feel chaotic. You're ready for more stability now though, and like the only reason why you feel a little lost is because you don't know what that stability will look like. You don't know if it's I don't really think you're filling a career. It honestly feels like the relationship area of your life is, well, I would feel more stable if I had a steady relationship. But the thing is, there's a little, and this is what I'm saying, let me stumble through my words, okay? Because there's a little bit of you that used to make it happen. You used to force it to happen. You used to bring the spice. You used to like bring the heat. But like, there's a little bit of that like felt manipulative to the other person and like deceitful. Because you were like forcing the love to happen instead of letting it blossom naturally on its own. It's kind of like a flower that you let grow organically with just making sure it gets the right amount of sunlight, the right amount of water, versus the plant that, you know, you throw fertilizer on and you throw stuff to change it. It's like, what's genetically modified food, GMO flower to make it sprout. Like there's a difference between the two, right? And it's like you wanted that like instant connection. And if the other person had like a little bit of shyness or tentativeness, you would force it out of them. And like, so you're ready to let go of those like deceitful, manipulative ways. And that's what's causing you to like go through a lot of shifts, a lot of growth. And like, it's not like deceitful. I don't mean it in a negative way. I just can't think of a word with a less negative connotation right now. Okay, I can only think of like adult time examples. But like there's a difference between spending 30 minutes an hour just chilling, vibing with a person, cuddling, warming up, and I know all the points of your body to touch to get you turned on right away, and we could get you warmed up in 5 minutes instead of spending that hour cuddling, right? Even though you'll get the job done, there's going to be a difference in that experience, especially for the other person. So it's not that you were being deceitful, you were like trying efficient. You were trying to be efficient, like, nope, let's get all the love that we need in this amount of time. That's all we need. If we just boom, 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 boom. But that doesn't allow for like it to flourish. It doesn't allow for the other person to be seen and heard and feel valued and feel prioritized. Like they probably feel like kicked to the curb. They probably feel like a nuisance rather than a priority and something that you value. So that's the kind of shift you're going through is like, maybe I do need to let it bloom and blossom on its own. So you're gonna be going through like rapid change. It's gonna be these moments where you're like, oh my God, who am I? Like, who am I? I used to never view love this way. I used to like, who am I becoming? I would never do this sweet stuff. Now I'm doing it. If any of you are gentlemen that are around the age of 50, you should just know that like guys around the age of 35, their testosterone starts dropping. So by the time men are around 50, especially those like high testosterone, high career driven men, you do start to get softer because you don't have as much testosterone as you do. So you do tap into your emotions more. You do start recognizing the value of relationships, friends, family, and connection more. So just know that what you're going through is normal. And if you want, like, you could probably Google that. And, Dr. John Gray does a lot of good stuff on that. But okay, let's go on to Pisces. And Pisces, if you want to meet your spirit guides or master the law of attraction, I put together free meditation to help you meet your spirit guides. And I also put together a free mini law of attraction course. I'll link to that in the comments. And if you guys would like a personal reading, I am available for personal readings. Okay, so Pisces, wow. So Pisces, this is interesting. It's interesting to have two good cards followed by like the fight card. You're really stepping in to this like magical place of like composing your life, right? And this is the one where you're at a place of like, oh, I just love life so much. I want to keep creating it. I'm loving life so much. I want to keep doing this. Like it could be you found a passion, a hobby, like, whoa, I really like skiing. I want to go again. Oh, I like it even more now. I want to keep going. I want to keep going. Oh, I want to learn how to do this while skiing. And it might be skiing, it might be a hobby, it might be a career, it might be a love interest. Like you've tapped into this happy place of co-creating. And whatever it is that you found, like Pathfinder, you like feel on your path. You're like, this is good. This is something that's good for me and I like doing it and I want to keep doing it. Okay, but I got to pull some clarifying cards because this is the big O like fight card. Okay, so Spirit, what is this fight and conflict about? You got even more fight and conflict cards. It's almost as if there's other people. I wouldn't say they're jealous, but it's other people are starting to view this newfound thing that you're really, really enjoying as competition. And it's almost as if, I don't want to say abandoned because you're not abandoning them, but it's almost as if they're viewing it as like competition now. And like, they're like, he's either spending time playing basketball or he's spending time with me. Why are you choosing basketball over me? So they're just viewing it as a competition instead of, oh, my honey bunny's doing something new. I wonder if I could go cheer him on and support him with that. Instead of viewing it as something that they can like embrace too and like view it as I'm getting to know a new part of you. So, well, let me read the cards and then I'll give you some advice that I think you might like. When I clarified the fight card, it's like you're taking a last stand to defend this self-sense of identity. This is who I am. I need to do something just for me. And like you've never taken that kind of stand before, this kind of sternly. So it does kind of feel like, new terrain and like you don't know how to navigate it because you've never done this before. It is going to take you through like a full rebirth process, like the brand new journey of I'm on a new journey of figuring out how to prioritize like the whole self-care thing, what I need to be at my best so that I could then be at the best for my friends and family. So this whole thing is like spawning that adventure with you. What I will say in terms of advice for this person, is I would, instead of just like don't be passive aggressive, don't be avoidant, kind of tackle it head on. Be like, hey, listen, I've noticed, as I've been playing basketball more often, I haven't been able to give you as much attention, but I want to let you know, like, you don't mean any less to me. You mean a lot to me. I've just found that I need this to fill up my happiness. So I wanted to sit down and take some time to just hear your thoughts on it, and then just listen to them. Even though it's probably not going to be support, just listen and go, well, I understand. I could see why you're thinking it's you or basketball. I could see why you would feel. I see why you would feel like less of a priority. I can understand all of that. So just like validate their emotions, empathy, compassion, validate them. And then say, what I just want to let you know, like, I, I want to spend some time with you to figure this out because I want to make sure you feel loved and I want to make sure our relationship is strong because you are important to me and our relationship is important to me. I also know I need time to play basketball and with the boys because I just feel so recharged. Like I have even more energy after doing that to be there for our little boy and for you. So we may not be able to come with a conclusion in this conversation. This might have to be an ongoing one, but why don't we like keep checking in like every Friday for 3-4 weeks until we figure out like our new balance? Because sometimes that's all relationships need. I think it might have been my dad who said this. He like looked at me one day and said, Kelly, quit thinking it's about your values. Quit thinking it's about similar life vision. He's like, those are important. Those are significant. But there's been 3 points in our marriage where one of us looked at the other and said, look, I don't want to start all over, but I'm a new person and I need different things now. I hope we can figure out a new way together because I don't want to start all over and you mean a lot to me. And it was different, one parent or the other. And like, it was more about we both were willing to be flexible and get to know the new person. And sometimes those were value changes. Sometimes they were and destination changes. Like we thought we were going to be traveling, but then we had 2 kids. We had to. So it's more about someone who has like flexibility and adaptability and like wants that life story with someone. But I hope that helped you, Pisces. Let's go into Cancer. Cancer, if you would like to meet your spirit guide or master the law of attraction, I put together a free meditation to take you on a journey to the Temple of the Masters to meet your spirit guide. I also put together a free mini manifesting course. I will put that link in the comments, and I'll also put a link in the comments to book a personal reading. Okay, so Cancer. Well, okay, this is interesting. There's someone in your life who's like deeply impacting you right now, and that's given you a sense of comfort, awakened you a bit, and like just kind of helped you seen, felt, heard, acknowledged, and like almost as if this person like helped you feel worthy of love. And you've been enjoying your time with them, your interactions with them. But like at the same time, you also know that like something's missing. Like it's like they're not the one, and you're disappointed in that. You're like, but I felt so worthy of love with them. And like all I can say about that, guys, is that in my course, Becoming Who You Really Are, I talk about there's three main types of people you meet: seasons, reasons, lifetimes. Lifetimes are those people who are in your life for a lifetime or a very long time. You tend not to learn a lot of your soul level lessons from them. There's no karma to sort through them. It's just peaceful. You integrate on the day-to-day peacefully, whether you live with them, whether it's your friend that you like cook and swap recipes with them. It's just the people you integrate very peacefully with on your day-to-day. Then there's seasons and reasons. Reasons are those people who like come in like a wrecking ball. It's short, it's chaotic, but like you needed to see it in like, oh my God, I can't keep dating emotionally unavailable men. This hurts so bad. You need it to be a reason. Like you need to learn the lesson via pain. And that tends to be when people are going through oh my God, I need to love myself more. Okay, but then there's seasons, and that's what this person was for you. Seasons are like, think about a little kid going away for 2 months to summer camp. Like, that there's a limited time frame on that friendship with the person, but like you have that beautiful season where you're waking up, you're playing ping pong with them, you're pen pals for a while. But there's a time limit, but it tends to be very beautiful, very heart expanding. So this person was only there to help you go, I'm lovable. I'm worthy of love. And kind of like let them go and just bask in I'm so glad I met them. This is what it feels like to feel worthy of love. And just enjoy that shift within you that's going to happen from feeling that new emotional state of feeling worthy of love. And stay tuned for next week's weekly read for you. Or I might get to the monthly too. Stay tuned. All right, Scorpio. We are moving on to Scorpio right now. And Scorpio, if you would like to meet your spirit guide or master the law of attraction, I put together a free meditation to help you meet your spirit guide, as well as a free mini manifesting course. There we go. A free mini manifesting course to help you master the 5 steps of the law of attraction. The links will be in the comment for that. And I also have a link for a personal reading. That's where I'm channeling spirit and you're speaking directly to spirit. Okay, so Scorpio. Well, Scorpio, this is like a good time for you. You're starting to like have that detached moment where you're like, I'm not dependent on any one thing working out any one way. You're just starting to see the beauty of life and the unfoldment of it and like trust that like everything in the long run is working out for me. So I therefore don't need all the little things to work out exactly how I need or thought they would. There is a part of you that's turning a little more inward and relying on your intuition a little bit more, your gut. For some of you, this will be greater spiritual expansion. You're like reaching for the communication with the spirit guides. I have that free meditation to help with that. And it's kind of like, because you're ready to start, not feeling magical about life, but you're ready to start for life just to start feeling more entertaining. So even if you're going to be like training for Olympic weightlifting and you're like, when I go to the gym, though, I still want to have fun. Or like, I do want to start another company, but instead of that hustle and grind 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I used to do, I'm starting another company and now I'm going to learn how to do it with more fun. Because you're really just, I want a little more deeper meaning in life. I want to feel a little more spiritual connection. And this next big goal I have, I want it to feel more fun. So that's where law of attraction, you want to be, universe, show me how I can do this in a quicker, smoother, easier way than I did it last time. Universe, is there a way I can do this where I'm laughing a lot and in the vibration of joy? Universe, is there a way I could do this where I make lots of cool friends and travel the world? Universe is there. So it's like open to that possibilities. I call it like, okay, I know I want to do this. I want to start this business. What's a way I could do it where someone else handles all the tech for me? And then you allow that to come to you and you decide if you want to do it that way or not. You'd also, what's a way I could do it where I'm just surrounded by a bunch of beautiful, hot girls? What's a way that I could do this? So it's when you go, what's a way I could do it this way? What's a way I could do it this way? And like play with the possibilities. You're like, okay, that's the way. Yeah, I like the way this one feels. Let me go for that one. So you're kind of at like that fun little spot. So now let's go to Gemini. Gemini, if you would like to meet your spirit guide or master the law of attraction, I put together a free meditation and a free manifesting course to help with that. I will link to that in the comments. And I'm also, personal readings are back open. And that's where I'm just full on channeling spirit for you. It's like a reading, not like a tarot reading. But okay, so Gemini. Gemini, you got a short, sweet message. You're like, you're leaving anxiety and overthinking behind. You're kind of starting to realize I don't have as much to worry about, to overthink about. I have a lot in my life to like enjoy, and I've got a little bit of financial security, so I am just gonna enjoy it. And new love. Okay, it's gotta be a little bit more for Gemini. Oh, you're ready for new love. You're ready for new love. You're kind of starting to realize that you're put together, you're pieced together, you're whole, complete, you're worthy, you are a good, decent partner. You're like ready to cross that threshold into now just beginning to share your life with someone else. And it's like that. What I teach in my Becoming Who You Really Are course is like there's 4 kind of like types of being. There's 4 boundary levels. There's me, there's you, there's we, and there's they. There's me as in me right now. There's you as in you right now. We is when those 2 come together to share an experience. So we have a we moment right now. You're watching the video, I'm making the video, we're having a we moment. They is someone who's outside of that circle. So like a neighbor who's not watching the video, they're a they. So going from a me to a we, you do lose a little bit of your freedom, your independence, but look at like you go from this to this. There's a we. Instead of a here's what I want to achieve this year, there's a well, what kind of year do we want to experience? And then you have two people working towards it. You know, I had a friend over the other day and I started cooking. And I started getting into my head just talking. So I kind of started going around circles and forgot the cooking. The friend stepped in and was like, okay, this all goes in this bowl. It went easier because of them. And then the friend like cleaned up a little bit. And then I was like, wow, that was so nice. And then I cleaned up the other half. It like went smoother and faster. So there are benefits to a we. All right, so Libra. Moving on to Libra. Libra, if you want to meet your spirit guide or master the law of attraction, I put together a free mini course and a free meditation to help you with both of those. I'll put a link to those in the description. And I am available for personal readings right now, but for your weekly message, Libra, well, it looks like you're really, really craving emotional fulfillment and emotional happiness, and like in the love department for sure. Like you want more peaceful, satisfying love from your relationships. I would say this is more of you like on a little bit of a healing journey, because there's a part of you that like as you ask the universe for, I'm ready to feel more love, it honestly was probably you wanting to feel more appreciated by those that you loved. You're like, if they would appreciate me more, I would feel loved more, I would want to do more for them, I'd want to connect for them more. um, and you're like, no matter what, universe, I want to feel more love. The universe always gives you your next step to get that. You either get the end goal, which is them appreciating you more, loving you more, or you get the next step in that it helps allow that in. And like your next step is kind of realizing, like you're just having these moments where you're like, oh, I was actually a little selfish there. Oh, I was a little more focused on the what we did, not the who I did it with. Oh, I was a little more focused on like being not greedy, but like I was more focused on the things, the material side of things, than on the who I was doing it with and how they felt. Like they wanted to have a picnic at the park, but I had to make it big, bold, and grand, and I like rented out the whole nicest restaurant for them. Why didn't they appreciate this? But it's like, but they asked for the picnic at the park. That's why. So you're kind of starting to realize like that right now. So just be kind and gentle to yourself. Like you got to you're mending your own heart. Um, and it is like those moments where, like, you know, that Reddit thread, am I the asshole? I don't think like there's nothing in here that says like you were an asshole, but it is that like, oh, I'm the reason we're not experiencing more love right now. Oh, I'm the, like, so you're having to like, oh, I could be doing this better. But that's good awarenesses to have, Libra. So just let those in. Just let them in. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius. And Aquarius, if you are ready to meet your spirit guide or to master the law of attraction, I put together a free meditation and a free mini course to help with just that. I will link to that in the description. And I'm also available for personal readings if you would like to chat to the spirit guides or even your spirit team. And Aquarius, it kind of looks like, well, you're hitting a turning point, Aquarius, whatever's going on. You're like not beating yourself up over the past as much as you used to, Aquarius. You're kind of like, okay, I've got to move on and I have to be able to look back in a way where it was enjoyable. Like you're just hitting a point where you're like, okay, I get it. I may have messed up. I can't beat myself up over it anymore. Like it's not so much about enjoying life as it is, I want to get to a point to where I can look back fondly. So this week is really about you going through a little bit of a transformation to, I'm ready to look back fondly of my time on earth, of my time in this relationship, of my time in this career. Because you're just kind of tired of the overthinking, of the overcomplicating, of the like self-persecution. You're tired of beating yourself up. So you're like, come on already, universe. There has to be a way to like view this better. That was a short and sweet one. All right, Leo. What does Leo need to hear this week? Oh, poor little Leo. Leo, it's like you're taking a little guilt on for making someone else happy. And it's almost as if you're taking a little too much responsibility. And this Leo could be someone that you're currently interacting with. I'm also getting that this could be someone from your past that you may have like broken up with. But you're feeling guilty for not willing to be their happiness. Or like you're feeling guilty for not wanting to try again to be their happiness. And it's kind of like you see the person as they're not going to be happy unless they have me in their life doing this. But you're like tired of doing that because they don't appreciate it. They're like, I need that. You do it. And they're like, they don't even appreciate it. And it's not even something you want to do. So it's just like wasted energy all around. And it's like, it's almost as if you're starting to realize if they're in your life right now, this person will never be happy, whether it's like they'll never be happy with me or they just don't know how to be happy on their own. It could be something from your past too, like, oh wow, I now realize how much I was trying to make them happy when I just like they're not happy. They weren't in a place of feeling whole and complete and happy. Um, and so, like, what used to make you guys a vibrational match is there was a part of you that I want to say like deflated, kind of like at a place of life you're like, well, it is what it is. Like, I moved here, I got to make the best of it. And so you're like, oh, well, I got to make the best out of this. So it made you a match for someone who wasn't happy. But the difference is like, they're just not happy. Whereas you were in a temporary transition, a temporary unhappiness. But you know how to like go and get things done, Leo, and start things. So it's like a little part of it's like having a little bit of a hard time moving on because it kind of feels like a betrayal, like a, oh, so now that I'm happy and don't need them anymore, I'm just going to move on and leave them in the dust in their misery. But like that's just not true. You can't ruin anyone. And like there's a difference between going out of your way to harm someone and just you progressed and they didn't. Sometimes, there was someone that I used to date where when I dated them, they just kept going downhill. And after 3 years, I was like, okay, like bro, you're digging a bigger and bigger hole, and now you're spending more and more of my money. Like I can't afford you anymore. Um, we broke up and he went even lower after we broke up. I felt guilty. I felt bad. But what I can tell you is it took him about a year. He got back on his feet and he would have never gotten on his feet if he stayed with me like sugar mama in him, right? He had to hit rock bottom and his rock bottom was just lower than my rock bottom than I was willing to let my rock bottom be. But now he is happily employed. He has a degree. He has a family. So it's like sometimes people do have to like have that rock bottom moment. Like you can't prevent someone from feeling that. The longer you prevent someone from feeling that, like they need to go to here before they can go up. If they go here and you keep pulling them up, well, number one, you're going to feel exhausted. Number two, they don't know how to be happy on their own. Number three, you're going to have to do that their whole effing life. And then the more they get used to you doing it, the more they're like, you always do this. Why aren't you doing this? What, you don't love me anymore? Like, I just see you being guilt tripped here. I feel for you, Leo. Sometimes you need to let them hit the rock bottom. They're like, wait, I don't want this. This sucks. And then they go up. Like, that's just kind of how it works. Because it's like right now, you're definitely at a point in your life, Leo, where you want to be just more, aw, you want family. You don't even want like love, romance, that give me that romance. You want family, straight up. um, you're really wanting to start investing your time, your energy, and effort in people that you see like going the distance. Whether it's like a you are the one, you're like, wait, I want to start building friendships with people that I see like long-term longevity with them. You just want to be more deliberate in how you spend your time, Libra, and you just want to make sure that you're like building solid foundations for the future because you really want to set yourself up wherever it is you're living right now, you want to set yourself up stably to enjoy it for as long as you keep living there. And like if you decide to, because I see two stories for Leo here. Some of you, I want to set up a stable life where I'm living right now. Some of you are, I want to, like, while I'm here, I want to invest time building an awesomeness here so that if I leave, I could always come back and have well-planted roots. Or if I leave, roots are well planted so they can come visit me. So you're just starting to think like longer term in the relationships that you build, Leo. Okay, let's go on to Sag. Sagittarius, if you would like to meet your spirit guides or master the law of attraction, I put together a free meditation to help you meet your spirit guide and a free mini manifesting course so that you can understand all 5 steps of law of attraction. I'll put the links to that in the description below, as well as a link to book a personal reading. Okay, Sagittarius. Well, you're having an uptick in life. That's for sure. Like there's more movement, there's more optimism and positivity in your life. I mean, the best way I could word this is that you had a mini hibernation period where you're just kind of resting, reflecting, restoring, and you're like, okay, maybe you were like rethinking the past. What did I like about it? What would I like to see differently next time? Or maybe you're starting to, moving forward, you were just reflecting and like, I just kind of want to make sure what I do next is going to be really, really good. And from this little rest phase you were in, you're definitely like infinite paths is where, you're starting to feel like open again, possibilities again, forward movement again, and positive forward movement. You're just kind of like, okay, here's all the things I could do. And this is just the card of like quick action. And it's also the don't get overwhelmed because more is starting to happen for you. Like if you were trying to start a business and you've been doing it for like 2, 3, 4 months, and then like all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, 3 clients booked. Don't get overwhelmed. It's just a quickening of pace. It's like, you put your canoe in the water. You're going gently down the stream, but when you get to the center of the stream, it goes a little faster. You could still ride that ride smoothly. You can still it's just gonna be a little quicker than if you were on the edge bank. So life is just picking up. Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed. That was short. Do you have anything more for Sag? Yeah, don't have no fear of like, I can't handle, I can't this or that. Having too many clients is a good problem. Allow yourself to go, oh, I wish I could see them all. Man, I feel so bad I can't see them all. Okay, I'm now going to limit how many people could book per week. So it's like, just recognize that anytime you get a little overwhelmed with like the amount of incoming good, okay, universe, I want to know how to handle this in a way where I don't feel guilty. I want to know how to better handle the amount of people booking. 10 people booked, but I only have 5 openings. So you're just going to learn how to use your scheduling calendar software better. That's it. So just know that you're not a bad person. That's a good problem to have. All right, let's go to Aries. And yes, Aries, I did do you last because of all the signs. You guys are the funniest. All of you unabashedly tell me Aries likes to go first. So, okay, so what Aries, if you want to meet your spirit guide or master the law of attraction, I put together a free meditation so you could journey to the Temple of the Masters to meet your spirit guides. I also put together a free mini manifesting course so you can manifest your dreams, your reality, your life. A link for both of those are in the comments. And I'm available for personal readings. Okay, so Aries. Oh, well, Aries, like, honestly, don't trip. Like, don't trip. Quit tripping. If you want me to sum this read up, quit tripping. You feel this new life within you emerging, and it's like you're like, I can't believe I feel worthy of more. I feel worthy of love. I feel worthy of a hug. I feel worthy of someone who wants to be in my life. And it's like you're like okay with your career slowly, naturally progressing on its own. So it's like just recognize that that's new emotions, vibrations emerging within you of I feel worthy of love. So that's it's just like the big unknown. It's not something scary. It's not something big, bad, or hairy. It's just you've never felt this way before, so it's new to you. That's it. It's new to you. And it's like recognizing that these feelings are like you leaving a past chapter behind. So it's kind of like you know, when little kids start walking, they're not sure, they're not confident. They're like, get up and fall. But they're like, woohoo, I did something more than I could do the other day. So can you be in that, whoa, I'm feeling better about my sense of worthiness than I have before. God, this is a new feeling. I hope this doesn't work out bad for me, but it's kind of starting to feel good. Let me lean into it just a little bit. And the beauty of it is it's not learning to walk. So it's not like a get up and fall, get up and fall. It's like a get up. Does someone say hi to you? Go, hi, how are you? Oh, this is actually a mean person. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this conversation. So you don't even have to fall. You just have to, even though I'm feeling worthy of great connection, this was not a great connection. I'm out of here. This is a great connection. I'm going to keep talking to him. So just be okay that this week is about you tapping into new vibrations, new emotions that are really about a higher self-esteem and a higher sense of self-worth. So good week for you guys. All right, love you guys lots. Don't forget, I go live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time with free mini reads on YouTube. So come hang out. Love you all. Hope you have a good week and happy holidays.